So, Jesse Ridgway is back on YouTube. And I'm gonna do a little bit of both. I'm gonna talk about the video and I'm gonna give my thoughts on Jesse. But before I start, I wanna sit there and say this. Jesse Ridgway is among the biggest liars I've ever seen on YouTube. His whole career, his whole fan base, his whole subscribers, everything like that is all based off of a lie. And yeah, he came out and he said that the Psycho series and stuff like that was fake, but it was only after. And till then, yeah, granted, there's signs and things of that nature people can kind of tell, but for the most part, he lied to everyone. And so let's get into the video. So Jesse starts off on this video talking to his dad about how he wants to get his channel back. He wants to get his channel back. He wants to get his channel back. He needs to get paid. Storyfire isn't working out the way that he thought it would. His dad pretty much tells him to get on his knees, and I'm like, what? So his dad is like, you need to apologize to me, you need to apologize to the family, you need to apologize to your subscribers, you need to apologize to your subscribers and stuff like that. They do this back and forth thing, and Jesse's dad is like, listen, you should have had a backup plan in case Storyfire didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. And so they go back and forth, and granted, a lot of things that his dad said made sense. Now, if you're a fan of Jesse or just the Psycho family or whatever in general, you should watch Jesse's dad talk about Storyfire and what he thinks about it, because he makes so much sense. And at one point he talks about how his son is irrelevant. I found that pretty funny. So Jesse is knocking on the door. First of all, he's acting like a total whack job with this whole mask and everything like that. And, talking about, whoa, why you're not wearing a mask and why you're not wearing a mask. Mind you, he's talking about, don't get too close to me, wear your mask, stuff like that. But yet his nose is sticking out of the mask. So I don't know what the hell is he talking about. He, goes back and forth with his brother. He finally gets the password to get back in. He gets into the office and his dad is like, listen, just to let you know, you may not get the views that you're expecting because I think that your community likes me more than it likes you. And I was like, wow, that's okay. But he's also just like, listen, whatever money you get, we're splitting it. This isn't just going to be your channel, it's going to be the family's channel. He does his video. He's in his office, he does his video, and he's like, listen, I want to thank you for just allowing me to come back to the community. And I really came back to the community for you guys, for the fans. And I'm like, whoa, bro, in the beginning of the fucking video, you literally said you came back so that way you can get money, so that way you can pay your employees, because you're out of money. You need to start posting again so that way you can get paid from YouTube. So how the fuck are, in the same breath, in the same video, you're gonna get on camera and talk about how you're doing this for the fans? Jesse, you're not doing this for the fans. You're doing this for yourself. You're doing this for money. You're not doing this for the fans. You didn't sit there and get back on YouTube for the fans. You got back on YouTube to make money because Storyfire did not work out the way you thought it would. That's why you got back on YouTube. And that's the part that really just pisses me off. Now, granted, I used to watch his videos all the time, Psycho series or whatever, funny as shit and everything. And then I would watch other YouTubers talk about Jesse and, debunking his channel. And there was one guy, and I felt like he was OD on the whole hating on Jesse thing, to the point where he was like, yeah, he really just pisses me off and he annoys me. Even though his videos are fake, I still feel like punching him in the face. And I was like, wow, bro, okay, really? Like, you really, you ready to go to jail over a guy you don't like? Like, my whole thing that really annoys me with Jesse is his lack of integrity. His whole channel is built on a lie. And, this is coming from a guy who's just pretty much starting off doing YouTube and who enjoys every single minute of doing YouTube. Um, you know, Even if I never get to the subscriber base that Jesse has gotten to, I'm okay with it because I know that I built my channel not based off of just doing some random shit that got me a ton of views or just doing my channel based off of lies. I want my channel, my subscribers or whatever to, be built off of fucking integrity. And granted, what he does is entertaining and it's great. And now he's gotten to a point where he has enough subscribers where he could sit there and say, I'm doing a psycho series, so I'm doing this. And he's telling people the truth. He's telling people, this is going to be a series, it's going to be entertainment and stuff like that. So don't take what he does seriously. But in the beginning of his channel, it was just built off of a lie. Everything that he did was built off of a lie. And that is the one thing that just, as funny and as great as his videos were, and I still go back and I watch his videos, the fact that he came on camera and he basically said that I'm doing this for the fans, you literally just lied to every single fucking person on your channel. Now, I get that Jesse has a very young and impressionable group of fans. He pretty much says his fans are like high schoolers and junior high schoolers and stuff like that. So I'm not trying to downplay them or anything like that, but most of them aren't going to really understand that he literally just lied to everyone's faces in the same fucking video. And they're not going to understand things about integrity and stuff like that. So, I mean, kudos to Jesse for, getting in, for tapping into a market of impressionable people that are just going to, like his videos and talk about how Jesse's the best and this, that, and the third. And, I don't want to sit there and try to come across as a hater. And granted, I guess I am hating a little bit on him. But it's more of not so much hating on how many subscribers he has or how much money he has. Because, granted, I do want to do this to a point where I make a little bit of financial gain. And even when I do, I'm still not going to really think of it as work. I'm going to think of this as, me getting on camera and talking to my subscribers and, exchanging ideas and things of that nature. I'm not doing this just for purely financial gain, but I'm not going to lie and sit there and say that, that's not a good incentive to, build a subscriber base. But, I'm not gonna, I just don't like the fact that he can sit there and lie and say one thing and turn around and say something in the same breath to people and get a ton of views based off of lying to people's faces. And the thing that annoyed me during the video was the fact that, he talked about how he people, he felt that, his fans weren't willing to test out Fire Story, and, he was disappointed that he didn't get all the people. First of all, here's the thing. You don't tell your fans, at the end of the day, you can sit there and say it's a symbiotic relationship, but at the end of the day, you don't tell the fans what to do. To some extent, the fans tell you what to do. You don't, that's just not how it works. If I decided I want to jump over to, I don't know, do more Instagram than YouTube, and people didn't jump over just because I said, like, you don't sit there and tell people to jump how high and they just do it. That's just not how things work. And if you honestly think that way, then first of all, you're kind of a shitty person. And you have a fucking power trip and an ego trip, and just, I feel bad for the subscribers that you have because you are kind of treating them like shit. And I don't mean to go off tangent from the video, but honestly, tell you the truth, that video was just fake as shit. And this was just an attempt to get him back on the board of being on YouTube because Fire Story just did not work out for him. And again, I don't want to be like every other person that comes at Jesse and be like, oh, I don't like you because you did this, and I don't like you because you did that. But my whole thing is, and this is just coming from a person who is starting off being a creator on YouTube and stuff like that. When I built this channel, when I just I want to build this channel off of honesty. And granted, he is being honest now, but it's like you're lying to people in the same breath. You don't sit there and come out your mouth and say, oh, well, I'm doing this for the fans. And then come out your mouth in the same breath and be like, well, I'm doing this for money. Like, you don't do that, And then, he's talking about, oh, I'm doing giveaways and I'm trying to help people out and this, that, and the third. It was like, no, you're doing this for you, bro. You're doing this for you, and that's the part that pisses me off. That lack of integrity of I'm saying that I'm doing this for other people, but you're just lining up your pockets, B. You're just trying to get more people to jump on your stuff so you can give away all this shit because you're getting paid by YouTube, but you're not doing this for the fans. You're doing this for your own ego, and that's the truth of the fucking matter. And that is what annoys me. And I know I'm coming across a little bit as a hypocrite because yeah, I watch this video, so in a way I'm kind of part of the problem. But aside from just making videos about different topics and things of that nature, listen, regardless if I like the content creator, the YouTuber and stuff like that, if I feel like they're gonna do something out of pocket, I'm gonna say something. And I really do hope that if there's somebody that likes my channel, that watches my videos, but then also does YouTube videos, and they feel like I come out of pocket with something, whatever it is, I want them to sit there and call me out on it. Because at the end of the day, you learn from your mistakes, and yeah, it'll suck that people called me out for it or whatever, or said something I didn't like, but you know what, if I can learn a lesson from it, then I'm gonna learn a lesson from it and move forward. But with Jesse, it's just more about a power trip. It's an ego trip with him, and I don't know. I can kind of just keep going on and on about the different things that I don't like about Jesse. And again, at the same time, I know I'm being a hypocrite because I started off watching those videos, and I'm watching the videos now, and I'm calling, I'm adding to his subscriber base. I'm still subscribed to him, and I'm adding to his view count because I watch his video. But, I also feel sorry for the subscribers that he has because, I don't want to sit there, in a way he is manipulating them. He is being honest. He isn't just saying that the stuff that he does moving forward is serious. It is, it's not to be taken seriously. It's a cycle serious. It's a challenge or whatever it is. So he's being honest now, but like just as a whole, like even when his uncle came out his mouth and was like, I'm hearing people talk about, because this is when he did the cycle series, it finished, and he literally came out and said that what he was doing was a series, it wasn't real. And his uncle came out and was like, listen, when Jesse, Jesse wasn't lying to people. Jesse was not just saying that his videos are real, but the thing was, it wasn't him that was saying it was real. It was his character that said that it was real. And I was like, yo, so your whole family is a pack of fucking liars. But, they're getting paid by it. So it's, at that point, it just made me lose more respect for Jesse than I already think I didn't have. But again, this video is getting way too long. Again, thank you for watching my videos. I always thank my subscribers and people who watch it and people who like and comment and shit like that. And I'm not gonna sit there and try to get on a holier than thou virtuous attitude and shit like that, because yeah, at some point I do want to do this to collect money and stuff like that and make some sort of a living off of doing YouTube. But when I do these videos, they're fun. They're fun. Even right now, even though I'm getting a little annoyed, I'm having fun. And the one thing I do kind of believe is that if you have a job that you love and you have a job that you have fun and you love it, then it's not really work, and that's what I want to achieve. I mean, Jesse is smart and he's creative in what he's doing, and he has a following, he has a team of people, and I respect that. I just don't respect how he is handling his subscribers. Um, just the lying and deceiving and the manipulating part is what I don't like, and the fact that he has such a young fan base and he does that to them, that's the part that I take issue with. So I'm gonna leave it on that note, and I want everyone to have a good day or good night, depending on when you're watching this. Be safe, wash your hands, all that good stuff, and till next time, take care.